on Saturday afternoon, the New York Jets traded star safety Jamal Adams to the Seattle Seahawks and your rival Seattle Seahawks.
My division.
You know what? Yeah, and you wanna know what's crazy? The Seahawks gave him 2 first-round picks, the 2021 and 2020, plus a 2021 third-round pick.
Yes, sir.
And all Seattle, and I all the Jets that's what the Jets received. But what Seattle got back was a 4th-round pick. Well, I still think it's more. Well, I think it's valuable. I still think it's valuable. But my first question is to you though, man. What was your first reaction when you knew Jamal Adams was coming over to the NFC West with Seattle?
Well, 2 things. They mortgaged their future to get him. He's a rental. I mean, he's 2 years? You got to pay him.
Yeah.
And is he 3? Okay. So, he's probably going to opt out on the second year, right? He's going to want more money this performance. That's the first thing I thought about. Right. Second thing, they just got him to stop George Kittle. That's the reason why they got him. Jamal Adams is more of a he's a guy they put 9 in the box and they want to stop the run. And this is why I wore my quarterback's jersey today. My quarterback, for some reason, is probably the most hated quarterback in the NFL. I mean, he gets hated on because I don't understand why. I don't get why he gets hated on as much as he gets hated on. But they got him for that reason to stop George Kittle, to make Garoppolo go to other weapons. Debo obviously is out. You know what I'm saying? Probably until October. But I got a guy for you that was gonna make a lot of noise this year. Listen to the guy. Listen to this name, Jalen Hurd. Jalen Hurd's gonna make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurd's gonna have a breakout year this year. 6'3", 220, came out of Colorado. He used to be an H-back. He's a load. He used to be a running back. He's a load. Kendrick Bourne is gonna come out and have a really good year this year.
He's good. I like Bourne. He's good in the slide.
He's a great receiver. He learned a lot from Emmanuel Sanders last year. So we got some weapons.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Now for my reaction from this trade though, I looked at it like, wow, Seattle is their defense, the Legion of Boom is coming back, but it's 2.0. I feel like, I was thinking to myself like, man, there's the Seattle, they're being more competitive, but I still believe San Francisco got the better defense because they got a good pass rush compared to Seattle's pass rush, which was not good last season.
Not at all.
And I ain't gonna say not at all, but it was good. It was good. Like Jadeveon Clowney, he had the most hits on the team, but he only had 3.5 sacks. But
he underachieved.
Yeah, but for this trade though, I think it's a win-win on both sides though. Like for the Jets, because they got enough picks to get their star players back, in the draft, or maybe they can trade them off. And for Seattle, they in playoff contending. They still playoff contending, and they're still a good football team in the AFC West. I kind of believe AFC West. It could be a 4. It's gonna be a battle because you got Arizona coming up, and then LA Rams. I think they're good, but at the same time, they're not on the Cardinals level or not the Niners or the Seahawks. The AFC West is still probably the most watched division right now, in my opinion.
NFC West. You mean NFC West?
Yeah, NFC West. Yeah, NFC West. Yeah, so I think that's probably the most watched division for this season. If everybody don't opt out.
Yeah. So I gotta disagree with you as far as the Rams being in the same conversation as my Niners, and so is Arizona. Arizona made a good move. Obviously, we had a tough time with them last year. 2 games we played them. First game, and actually, again, talking about my quarterback, Jimmy made 2 great throws. 2 games against Arizona. He made the throw to Emmanuel Sanders in the tight window. He made the throw to Jeff Wilson on the all-out blitz to seal the game with 30 seconds left of the game. We're tied up after we're down 16-0. I mean,
we're still gonna get to Jimmy.
I think that that Arizona's a good team, but then it'll be 9-7. I think Seattle mortgaged their future to get Adams.
Yeah.
I think they still got holes in their offensive line they got to fix. Russell Wilson makes that team go. I mean, how many times last year we watched Russell Wilson play? You know what I'm saying? And just pull a rabbit out of his hat. I mean, I love Russell Wilson as a person and as a player. It might be sacrilege as a 49er fan, but
he's just been carrying that team, man. Like,
carrying them. I mean, he's been carrying them. I mean, he's just making that team go.
Like almost a decade. Like it was a point in time. He was the leading rusher, though. He was the leading rusher for the team. Yeah. But I think now my next question. My next question to you though, Christian. My next question will be like, is the Seattle Seahawks the biggest threat for you guys in the NFC West?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, again, because Russell Wilson and they're going to play playing to 12s. I'm not nervous. I mean, Arizona's coming. I mean, Arizona's definitely coming.
I've been hearing a lot of Arizona talk.
Arizona's coming. They got better. You know, LA. You know, I think I'm not gonna say Jared Goff and McVay were exposed last year, but their team needs a running game. I mean, everything goes off of the running game. I don't think McVay was that innovative towards the middle to end of the year last year. You know, I won't say he's exposed, but I will definitely say that teams definitely figured out the Rams last year. Not to mention, you don't run Todd Gurley, which probably was hurt most of the year. And obviously that takes offense.
The Rams, though, in my opinion, I feel like they took a step back because
I agree.
Well, because one, Gurley wasn't like fully healthy, and two, Jared Goff wasn't himself like in 2018, like how he was more play action from him and more touchdowns out of him. Hell, he threw 4,500 in passing yards compared to like last. It was good. They took a major step back. Aaron Donald was still great.
Oh yeah, Aaron Donald was still Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald was still Aaron Donald.
Yeah. I think he's the only one that can tackle Jimmy Garoppolo like out of any like D line. He can get to him the most. So that was gonna be my next. That was gonna be my next thing. We transition from Seattle and let's talk about your 49ers. Now I do want to ask you, how long you was a 49ers fan?
So I was like 7 years old, man. Like,
so you was there.
I'm not one of these. So I'm not one of these. You know, I'm 40 years old, obviously. So to kind of give some backstory. My father, you know, a lot of people are fans of the team their father's a fan of, right? Or their uncle, aunt, or whatever else. My dad ain't really a football guy. I mean, he is, but he's not really a football guy, right? But my aunt was a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. And we would watch, I would go over there on Sundays. My family would go with my aunts, my grandmothers, we would watch football. Sunday dinner, you know how it was back in the day. And the Niners were playing the Dallas Cowboys, I think like 87 or 86 or something like that. I think in a regular season game. And I wanted to root for the team my aunt wasn't rooting for. She was going off to Dallas. I'm going to root for the team and have to be the Niners. And ever since then, you know, I guess they were winning. They had Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. You know, they had Roger Craig.
He was a beast.
You know, I mean, they were winning. I'm not going to sit here and say.
I knew they was winning because they beat my Bengals, even though I wasn't born. They beat my Bengals. When I heard about that story, I was like, who beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl? They said,
I was 9 years old. Yeah. So
I said, how many yards they went down?
It went 90 yards. 90 yards. I remember that game. I remember watching that game. I remember the whole drive. I was 9 years old when they won. So I mean, I'm not one of these Niner fans who came out the woodwork in high school and liked them. And again, they were good when I liked them. They were good, but I was also a Niner fan when we had Dennis Erickson as our coach and Tom and Mike Nolan and Mike Singletary. And when we were bad for 9 years, it'd be just terrible for 9 years. And Trent Dilfer was our quarterback. And when we drafted Alex Smith, and he had 5 offensive coordinators in 5 years. And so I can go on and on and on. So, I was there when Tom Sula was the coach. We fired when Harbaugh left, and I'm that fan. I'm a Niner fan. I'm faithful. I'm a faithful.
I see it. I see it in your heart. You're a big Niners fan. And this is now this I wanted to ask. Now I just wanted to ask you now. Steve Young reported last week that Jimmy Garoppolo has to earn Kyle Shanahan's trust. And to me, I'm thinking about do even Kyle Shanahan even trust this quarterback? I mean, y'all trained for him. He went 5-2 in his the 7 starts that he played. Yeah. He showed a lot of potential. Yeah. But now I'm talking to a real Niners fan and you, Mr. Christian Bradley. Do you believe that Kyle Shanahan doesn't trust Jimmy G?
Yeah, I believe he trusts him. If they didn't trust him, Tom Brady wanted to go to San Francisco. Tom Brady wanted to be there. So What makes sense? Do you trade Garoppolo back to New England to get Tom Brady and maybe another pick for 2 years? For 2 years, just to have him learn another system, just to get, do you do that? Do you draft another quarterback? I mean, we didn't draft any quarterbacks in the draft this year. Draft a quarterback with a fourth or fifth round pick. Do you keep on? I mean, people, again, my quarterback is probably one of the most hated quarterbacks. I don't understand why. Now, again, he did not show up in money time Super Bowl. I will definitely be the first person to admit that he did not show up in winning time.
Yeah.
He didn't show up. He overthrew him about 5 yards. It was like, I think, 3-for-11 in the fourth quarter. We were up 20-10 with 8 minutes left, and he did not show up. However, there's a silver lining to everything. And I'm is it? Oh, very much so. Very much so. He had 3,900 yards passing, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Off the torn ACL, if I may add. Okay? So
week 3 against the Super Bowl champs.
Yes. Yeah. He tore it week 4 in 2018-19 season. So again, let's give credit where credit is due. We are a run-heavy offense. Okay. Yeah. And also to be completely transparent with you as well, clear too. You look at Matt Ryan's stats the first year that he was under Kyle Shanahan in Atlanta, he had very similar stats to Jimmy Garoppolo his first year as a starter this year. Very similar stats. The second year, look it up.
Even with Julio?
Even with Julio, he had very similar stats. The first year Kyle Shanahan was his offensive coordinator. Very similar stats to Garoppolo. The second year he was a starter, MVP, Super Bowl, and did lose to New England that year, but he's MVP. My quarterback will be top 5 MVP in the top 5 MVP. So mark my words, take it to the bank.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I'm loving this confidence. Hey, Chris, I love your confidence. I'm loving it. But everybody go follow Wise Guys on Facebook, Wise Guys, Instagram, These Guys Know Sport, and Twitter, Wise Guys _08. Man, bro, Chris, I'm loving your confidence. But for you to just say, let me see. Kyle Shanahan was with Matt Ryan for 2 years, right?
2 years. So his first year that he was there. Look at Matt Ryan's stats.
Oh, I'm looking at
those stats. You're looking at them, and what you see?
2016, he threw almost 5,000 yards, 38-7. Jimmy G doing that?
Absolutely. No. Hold on. You saying the MVP season?
Is it MVP that season? Is 2000. Yeah, that's the MVP season.
Okay. I'm asking you to look at so what I'm saying is it'll be probably around 4,200 yards.
I'm looking at the MVP season. He has 4,944 yards with 38
Now, in our offense, that probably we don't have a receiver as dynamic as Julio. Now our tight end is the best tight end in football. Okay, so we're going to need obviously receivers to step up. We are a run-heavy offense. Okay, we're going to be run-heavy offense. He will have between 4,000, about 4,300 yards passing, about between 28 to about 35 touchdowns.
We're talking about Jimmy Garoppolo.
Mark my words. And he will have probably, again, Jimmy Garoppolo was top 10 in 5 major quarterback categories. He had more touchdowns than Deshaun Watson. He had more yards passing, better passing percentage, better QB rating.
Yeah. You got a point.
Let's now everybody talking about the scheme in the offense. You're paid to execute in that scheme.
Yeah.
You're paid to execute in that scheme. Talk about Richard Sherman. He only played left side of the field. That's the scheme. He's the best at what he does in that scheme.
He's the best zone corner. Let's say that.
So what? He's the best at what he does in that scheme. He's paid to lock down the left side of the field. That's what he does year in and year out.